Hey everyone, this is Dan McGee. Welcome to my garage. And you know what? I think I'm going to do a new segment, and I think it's going to be called Don't Get Me Started. And I guess the topic today is going to be the coronavirus, since it's like on everyone's mind and it's affecting everybody in the whole world, actually, not even in our country or in our state or in our community. The whole world it's affecting. So just a couple of facts and figures. As of Sunday the 19th, the U.S. has 742,637 confirmed COVID cases. We have U.S. deaths, 39,201 cases of people that died. These are your uncles and aunts and mothers and fathers and grandkids, and it's affecting everybody. Worldwide, there's over 2,355,676 cases. So there's people out there that think this is a hoax. Are you kidding me? You know, if anytime you want to look at a hoax, follow the money. Is somebody coming out ahead on this scam? Who's coming out ahead? Look at this. We've got millions of people all over the world, and pretty much the world economy is shut down. Who's coming out ahead on this? It's not a scam. It's not a hoax. It's the reality of a virus that has taken over the world. So, I mean, I can't believe that somebody would be so foolish enough to even think that. And then they show videos of, you know, these guys on the internet. They're going to hospitals and saying, "Oh, where are the lines? Where are the lines?" And it's just ridiculous, because you can go to one area and there won't be any lines. But then you can go to New York City and they're overwhelmed. They've got so many deaths in New York. It's just so sad. And it's hitting the big cities more than anywhere, because there's a lot of people. And it spreads really, really easy. And it's not like you can have it and not even know you have it, and then you're spreading it to people. So, I mean, anybody that thinks that this is just a big hoax, get a life, do a little research, and wake up. It's not a hoax. And I guess another thing I want to talk about is essential workers. Okay, essential workers, that's a lot of people nowadays. You've got your delivery people, UPS, postal, restaurant people, police, your fire department, your transportation workers, and then there's a lot more. I couldn't even tell you how many more. And then the people that work at the stores, these are all considered essential workers. So what does that mean? It means that the politicians are telling you to stay home, but your employers are saying, no, you can't stay home. So come to work and, try your luck. Maybe you'll get the virus, or maybe you won't. But it doesn't matter. We have to stay open. And then, there's a lot of anxiety that comes along with having to go out during something like this. And I emphasize, you have to go out to do this. So you show up to your job, say you're a cashier. Now it's getting a little better. Now some of the actually a lot of the stores now are letting their employees wear masks. At the beginning of this, they were not letting anybody wear masks, including the bus drivers and the ones that ride the trains. they were not allowed to wear a mask because they were afraid it was going to make the customers uncomfortable. Well, it turns out they should have been wearing them all along. Well, anyways, I forgot where I was. Oh, the anxiety. Now, you've got, you go to work, you got the anxiety that, oh, you know what? I'm, cashing out 600 people a day now. And some of them are wearing masks, some of them aren't. And even if I'm wearing a mask, there's still a possibility that you could catch this because it's super contagious. And then people can compare it to a cold or the flu. It's nothing like it. It's way more contagious. It lives a lot longer, and it's way more deadly. So people that compare it, again, do some research. Don't listen to these stupid right-wing people that tell you to go out, like Fox News, Breitbart, all those other nitwit places that they're basically telling you stuff that's going to get you killed or maybe someone you love. Maybe you catch it, you bring it home, and then you give it to your kids. Did you ever think of that? They say it doesn't affect your kids. It's wrong. There's been deaths of kids. The majority of the people that are dying actually are older people or smokers or overweight or people with diabetes. But it's not necessarily always them. It's normal people that are healthy are dying from it. So just because you're an 18-year-old kid or whatever, 21-year-old, don't think, oh, I'm going to go hang out with the kids, my friends, because I don't care if I get it. It ain't going to hurt me. But now you come home, you give it to your parents, and then maybe your parents have it and they go to grandma's house, and now your parents and your grandparents have it, and they're not as strong as you. Their immune system isn't where yours is, so maybe they die. So there's no kind of vaccine for this. So you know what the vaccine is? Don't get it, don't spread it, and everyone's going to be a lot better off. Then they're talking about the curve. The curve is starting to go down. I mean, New York is, like I said before, New York was hit really, really hard, and it still is. And just because the curve is bending, there's still thousands of people dying a day. Instead of maybe 1,500 dying a day, maybe there's 1,200 dying a day. It's still thousands of people. It's all people. Mothers, fathers, dads, grandparents, uncles, aunts, little kids. Don't be stupid and go out and take a chance on catching this thing. The reason they're talking about social distance is because of the whole idea. This virus does not move. People move, and when people move, if they have the virus, they move the virus. So if you have the virus and you stay home, it ain't moving from your house. Get it? And if you have it and you go out, you go to the store, you're, coughing your hand, you're touching the merchandise, then someone else comes up and touches it, then that same person gets a nose itch, touches his nose, maybe scratches his eye. Now you just gave it to someone else. Then who knows how many people that guy's going to affect. So the bottom line is, this is crazy. It's a crazy time. And I know what I wanted to talk about. If you were watching the news, you were seeing these protests that were happening in Minnesota and a couple other states where they're demanding to open up the economy, the states again. Which I get it. I have mixed feelings about it though. You've got but they're going at it the wrong way though. They're doing these protests, and some of them are carrying Nazi flags. They're carrying, and keep in mind this is Minnesota or Michigan. I can't remember. It was one of the northern states, but they had Confederate flags. Those states were not Confederate. That doesn't even work. I mean, I get the whole Nazi thing, but we're getting a Nazi state. We can't go anywhere, blah, blah, blah. It's for your own good. But again, I get the whole opening up. When it comes to the government, we're left behind. We're getting a one-time payment of $1,200 per person unless you are over 16. If you're over 16, you're getting nothing. So if you've got 3 kids at home, you got 2 parents, 3 kids at home, and they're over 16, but they're still living at home, you're getting zero. Nothing at all. If in other countries right now, the way they're handling it is they're paying their everybody $2,000 per person for 6 months, or until this subsides to a manageable number. And we're getting $1,200. $1,200. What is that even going to say? Oh, and to top the $1,200 off, if you've got a bank account, say because you haven't worked in a month now, you got a bank account that you overdrew because you had to pay your mortgage, you had to buy food, you had to do essential things. Well, now that $1,200 enters your account, the bank can take that from you. So that $1,200 that you thought you had in order to buy, food again, it's not there anymore. They took it. And the government's allowing them to do it. I mean, it's just insane to think that our politicians are so bought and paid for that they are not taking care of us at all. The corporations got trillions of dollars to prop them up, to make sure, that they don't go under, because the trickle-down economics says that if the businesses stay open, then we're good. Everything's going to be good because they're going to not fire anybody, not lay anybody off. Have you seen the unemployment? 22 million people filed for unemployment. 22 million people filed for unemployment. That's the most, I can't even remember in my lifetime of 22 million people filing within a few weeks for unemployment. But anyways, just take care of yourself, and more importantly, take care of everybody around you. If you want to be an idiot and go out and lick doorknobs, or go take your gun and go to the Capitol and not wear masks and stuff, good for you. But don't go around anybody else, because you're as deadly as that gun. And it's even more deadly. At least the gun, you can see that it's deadly, and someone's gonna point it at you. When you've got the virus, it's invisible, and you could have it, cough in your hand, cough on somebody, cough on anything, and spread it. So the bottom line is, be smart. It's not a hoax. And I guess that's the end of Don't Get Me Started. So have a good day. Thanks.